Hi everyone, welcome to Alpha Tech Series number 6. In this video, our consultancy farmer, Mr. Nishant Reddy, has shared his experience on Biofloc shrimp nursery management.
Hi, this is Nishant Reddy. We have been doing this Biofloc culture over the last 1 year. We have constructed 4 tanks initially, each 400 square meters with dimensions 20 meters into 20 meters, which is a square in shape. We use in 4 tanks we have 2 nurseries, 1 reservoir and 1 RTO. You can see this is the tank that we have constructed, and this is the nursery. So this is a total lined tank which is 0.75 mm, which is 750 GSM. This was imported from Thailand, and so we have used fishbone pipes. Initially we have just taken out the sand from this area, and we have inserted fishbone pipes under the nursery, under the liner, and we have joined the total fishbone pipes to the central drain. So we use these fishbone pipes to disinfect. So just in case there is any water seepage from the neighboring areas or during the rains, we just use this fishbone pipes to pump out the water. We insert a motor to the fishbone pipe outlet, and whatever water is present below the liner is pumped out through the fishbone pipe. And this is basically a GI structure. So we have used different sizes of GI pipes to make sure this shade net is stable, and we have used 75% UV stabilized shade net. You can see on the top. And we have used the structure to make sure the shade net stands still during the operation. And you can see the aeration. We basically have 2 types of aerations. One is through blower and one is through aerators. Usually we have the blower aeration running 24/7. We have 4 10 HP blowers which we use for 2 nurseries, reservoir and RTO. We have 2 shifts, one for 12 hours and one for 12 hours. So at a time we have 2 blowers running continuously. And you can see the aerators. We have 2 aerators diagonally. We switch it on after each feeding just to make sure that there is no remaining feeding, or just to drive the sludge to the center. And you can see the central drain. So you have the markings of water level on the central drain as well. So we have water exchange on regular basis to maintain the water parameters. And you can see the water level. Right now it's around 4.5. Initially it was 5.5, but we have started exchanging the water. Person feeding there, and so feed is basically mixed with all the vitamins, minerals, or whatever the feed applications are there, and this is the turbo feed that they are giving, which is manufactured by CP. And initially we start with hatchery feed, which is cretting, and then we also use flakes, OSI flakes and Artemia and all that from different companies. Initially the feeding it starts from day 1. There are basically totally 8 feedings per day in 3 hours intervals, and first we use Artemia to acclimatize the animals once they come out from the hatchery stage, and later on we usually schedule the skirting feed, which is 400-700, and then the OSI flakes. We use this hatchery feed and Artemia and OSI flakes for over 9 to 10 days. and later on we shift to turbo feed. Coming to the water quality, we check pH using pH meter, we check alkalinity, we check dissolved oxygen using Winkler's method, ammonia using colorimeter, nitrate and nitrate using the test kits. And we also do Vibrio plating on daily basis, both for animals as well as water. And yeah, and we also have probiotic treatment. We use Pond Life both morning and evening, around 100 grams each day for 400 tons tank. And then we also use Vibrio Shield and Elixir for Vibriasis and for luminescent bacteria. Vibrio Shield we use 100 grams every day for each nursery, once in the morning, and in the evening we use Elixir, which is again 100 grams, just to make sure there is no Vibrio in the animals as well as in the water. So you can see the water here, it's very rich in Floc, and this is the Imhoff cone which we use to measure the amount of Floc on daily basis. We usually measure the Floc twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. And so you can see a person taking water from the nursery. So after cleaning the Imhoff cone, they just make sure there is only 1000 ml water in the Imhoff cone. So once you make sure there is 1000 ml water, you have to allow the Imhoff cone and the Floc to settle for 15 minutes. You need to use an MS stand, and you make sure it's undisturbed, and you measure the Floc after 15 minutes. You can see the markings here. It starts from 0 ml and you can see until 40 ml. So depending on the Floc present, you can adjust the feeding. And feeding is usually checked using the scoop net, 100 mesh scoop net, and we also use check tray in our nursery. This is how we harvest the juveniles. So we have two people who drag the net. They basically hold it on both the sides and they drag from the last. And this is the collection point. This is also used for grading. So whatever you drag from there, it's just put into this collection point, and it's graded well. We make sure there is no size variation, or at least minimal size variation. And we have a person scooping. So whatever is dragged into the collection point is scooped there, and later on it goes into the packing area where it's spooned and it's packed into the tanks. So this is the stainless steel frame that was made to just use for this grading purpose. So you can see the size of the mesh. The small juveniles or the stunted seed, whichever is present, is graded outside the collection area. And this is how we count. This is the counting plate which we use to count. So basically we take a spoon and we count the number of juveniles present in the spoon, so that we depending on the number of juveniles we just shift the juveniles to the tanks where it's shifted into the ponds finally. And you can see this the digital weighing machine where we put the animals in the beaker and we count it. So we tear the beaker weight, and then we just divide the number of juveniles in the weight to get the body weight of the juveniles. So this is how it.
Hi friends, hope this video is useful to you. See you in the next series. Thank you very much.